Hey guys, welcome back. So the report reaching me right now is that Jumoke Alani has not joined the girls in their Spain camp as they prepare for the Olympic Games. And she's a direct replacement for Halimatu Ayinde, who got injured and had to withdraw due to recent injury, which she had in her club side. And then the likes of Regina Otu, as I talked about in the last video, she's now been added to the alternate list to make it four. So Randy Wardrum continues the training prep for the girls ahead of that Olympic Games. Of course, they have a friendly on the 17th against Canada. So they're going to have to test themselves against the very strong Canada side, who are actually the defending champions. But that regardless, Super Falcons are no pushovers. We are also a formidable side, and I'm sure these countries in the world will also have some respect for us because we've shown that time and again how tough we can be. We showed that in the last World Cup where we qualified from a really difficult group. But we'll see how that one goes. Definitely, preparation is the key to getting result, and that's what Randy Wardrum and the girls are doing right now in the camp. And then there's one lady, one very talented midfielder who's supposed to be with the girls in the camp. She just recently closed down a deal with PSG. So Jennifer Echegini closed down the deal from Juventus to PSG. I talked briefly about that in the last video, but finally she was announced yesterday evening by PSG. And Nigerian legend and PSG legend JJ Okocha actually even welcomed her to PSG. It's actually sent a congratulatory message and a welcome message from Okocha to Echegini, where Okocha was recorded telling PSG to take care of one of his sisters, who's coming from Nigeria. So we wish this young woman all the best, and we expect great things from her, in the Olympics. Moving forward into the next gist for the video, which is about transfers regarding our Nigerian Super Eagles players. Let me let you know that the report right now is that AS Roma are looking to get Moffi to be the direct replacement for Romelu Lukaku, who left to his parent club. But again, Moffi still has a contract with OGC Nice, which runs until the summer of next year. And OGC Nice, they don't look like they want to sell him, but for the right money, of course, anything is possible. And Moffi hasn't started any recent contract talks with his club, about the possibility of extending the deal, and the club has not even met him about offering him a new deal. So this is something that might be possible in the coming days. So that's what's happening right now. Danny Rossi, who's the current coach of AS Roma, is looking to get another Nigerian who's going to fight for striking slot with Tammy Abraham, to get the goals for the club. And again, Moffi was pretty decent last season in terms of goal scoring and assists, and productivity for his OGC Nice side. Having played 32 matches, scoring 11 goals and having 2 assists. So, of course, this is what AS Roma want. They want to bring someone that actually brings in the goals, for the team. But let's see what happens for that one. And then moving forward, let me let you know, Till Josa's future continues to hang on the balance as Rangers are finding it difficult to get a club that's going to buy him. The last time, we obviously talked about the fact that Poke were the ones that have made the most progress in terms of signing Dessers. And at some point, it was even reported that he was very close to joining the club side, but right now it seems to have died down, and we've not heard anything about it. So it feels like Poke have already left the discussion. But there's a new club right now that have showed interest in Dresser, and it's from the Italian Serie A, and this club is Cagliari. They actually want to get Dresser to their team, but the huge stumbling block right now, for this deal is the fact that Rangers are insisting that Cagliari are going to have to pay up to €5 million to get Dresser, which is also the amount that Rangers spent to get Dressers from Cremonese last season. But again, this deal is so important because both parties seem to have been tired of themselves. Dresser obviously submitted a transfer request that he doesn't want to stay anymore because of the criticisms and everything that came on, with him at the club. Even though he had a really decent season, scoring more than 20 plus goals last season, but then the criticisms was just too much for him that he couldn't bear it and he wants to leave. But we'll see what happens, and I'll keep tabs on that one and see if it goes through. But again, we still have Osimhen in the update. Of course, we've been talking about him a lot on this channel. The fact that he has now returned back to Napoli training and he's on course to join them with the preseason. But again, the new coach of the Napoli side, Antonio Conte, revealing in one of his interviews that he's prepared for Osimhen's exit. Again, this is a message that tells you that, okay, Osimhen is not part of his plans or may not be part of his plans because of the idea from Napoli that they want to sell him at all costs this season. But Osimhen continues to prove hard to sell, even for Napoli, because of his price, because of his high transfer fee, and this, in fact, has even surprised a certain AS Roma legend Stefano Impalomeni, who is saying that he's very surprised that nobody is coming to buy Osimhen at 100 million euros. Because of his talent and what he possesses as a striker, that is in fact shocked that none of these clubs are actually willing to meet up with this fee. But it's only just a matter of time, and personally I think that Osimhen is still going to make that transfer this season. He might not even get to finish the preseason with Napoli, before we see that deal come to reality. But we'll keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. Again, we have the likes of Ndidi in the updates, and of course this man has been released on papers. He has been released by Leicester City after he was given a contract that he refused to sign because probably it didn't meet his expectation. There's also an emerging report that Ndidi did not only turn down Leicester City deal, but he also turned down the deal to join Sevilla as a free agent because he didn't like the salary. The salary was around 1.5 million euros a year, but according to the report, Ndidi wanted more than that. I think he was asking for somewhere around 5 million euros upward, but the club, would not give him that, so he couldn't agree to the deal. So according to the reports right now, Wilfred Ndidi is actually reconsidering going back to Leicester City to accept that deal that they gave him before, so that he will continue with the club in the Premiership, because all of these other clubs that are coming for him, they don't quite meet his requirements. And then they said it before that he could leave Leicester City, but he has to be to a club that is playing in the Champions League, or a club that is among top 6 clubs in the EPL. But apparently he's not getting any of these kinds of club, and the salary that they are willing to pay him is not what he wants to receive, which is why we might see him go back to Leicester City. But that's the update, guys. Thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a reaction for this video, and take care of yourself. Stay tuned to the channel.